relationships.
Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to remember Dee Dee's track. Was it a diss track to
Chrissy
Dee
Minaj.
Dee?
Dee Dee.
What?
Dee Dee was general. Went to
It
my
was
college.
this one.
Let me see.
It was so her and Chrissy Minaj were in a beef.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
Is this video on the block?
Yeah.
Oh,
I need to hear the couple first.
Yeah.
I remember when we used to do that shows like this.
Yeah. She had two girls and then it would cross over. Dee Dee, you done know. You look cute, dead. You must be mistaken. Yeah, Chrissy Minaj. Oh no, I'm for the stars. Okay.
Dee Dee was actually like my princess, man.
Yeah, she's too
I wanted to be her. In college, she used to come to school in her Iceland uniform. I wanted to work in Iceland. I swear down. That was my dream.
Nah, I wanted to work in Waitrose.
They had the best discount.
They had discount. They had the
Like
nice
50%.
uniform. You might as well have been working in Harvey Nicks.
Literally, that was
Nice.
Harvey Nicks at the time. Everyone had a job in college at Waitrose. That was the lick.
Yeah.
One time, my sister used to work there, and I had her ID. So I went into my local Waitrose, and the guy said to me, which one do you work in? Trying to make convo because he thinks we're colleagues, innit? You know me, I lied. I said I work in Clapham. I just wanted to be in so bad.
Trust me.
That was actually the spot, man.
You ready?
Yeah, man. Your turn. You might need to reload me how to play this game, guys. I can't.
Yeah.
I should have asked before.
So, we're playing Hangman.
Yeah.
So I come up with the word first that I want you to fill. It could be a word, a sentence, a phrase, anything.
Okay.
And then I create it. So I'm thinking what the word is. The word is. I hope I spell the word correct, you know.
Me too.
Because I'm dyslexic.
Literally.
Undiagnosed.
You've not been diagnosed.
Undiagnosed. I just made it clear I'm undiagnosed.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your access.
Yeah.
Because that's important.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Nah, do you know what? Nah. Can I confirm with a producer?
Yeah, confirm. Make it moderate though, guys.
Yeah. Let me actually have to spell something, please.
yeah, this is.
Not the private whisperings.
It's too long.
That's the same.
Are y'all dating?
Do you know what? I'm gonna change it. I know now.
Yeah.
Yes, when you edit, cut out all that thinking. That's not necessary. Right, cool. Right, then you guess a letter in this word. Right?
Yeah, like K.
Yeah, like K. So then I begin to create a man being hung. Mm-hmm. And if you get to the end of the man being hung in the drawing, then hangman, innit? Yeah, and I win.
Okay.
But if you guess correctly and
All of the
start to
letters.
fill the gap,
Yeah.
then the man isn't hung and you win.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So is K?
No. A. There's not an A in this word, bro.
No, there's not, but there's other vowels.
E.
No.
What kind of foreign word is this? I.
Yes. I mean, there's 5 vowels. Sorry,
I
need to stop looking to the... Huh?
I. Forgive. No. Stop.
Forgive.
No.
Forgive. Forgive you.
Forgive you.
No.
All right,
But
all
hold
right.
on, there's another eye.
Alright, cool. Just take time, innit? You know the word? 2 eyes.
Last one.
Do you do themes in this game? Like, can I? Do you do clues?
No, you just.
I can only say letters.
Oh, we can do clues.
In my primary school, you could do clues.
Let's do clues.
Yeah.
Yeah, one clue and then.
Hey, what's it about?
No.
All right, cool. Oh,
All right. Cool. I'll take a break. So I met a guy at what's one of them events that everyone goes to? What's the one that's black? There's like a one. So it's not a recess. It's not a.
DOT.
It's one of the other ones.
Okay.
But it's whatever.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Like a
Blank
date.
canvas.
Okay,
And
that's
I
for the
don't
grown and sexy.
That's for the grown. That's for the big.
Yes, that's
So
for the
I went
ballers
to
reside.
a blank canvas, and there must have been something wrong with the electricity that day. The lights weren't really working. The aircon wasn't really working. It was hot party, and
Was it summer?
it was summer.
Okay.
It was a summertime.
Okay.
And anyway, I started chatting to this guy. Good vibes, good energy. Seemed to be like similar interests in terms of like talking about TV and film and just having like a nice little warm up. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, we exchanged numbers, and he offered to take me home at night, and I was like, no, it's okay. Like, do you know what I mean? For me, I feel like if we're gonna see each other at some point, we're gonna see each other. Doesn't have to be tonight.
Yeah.
So anyway, we exchanged numbers and we're talking. You know, and I'm not the greatest with replies, but I'm really trying. Like, do you know what? Let me give it a shot.
Yeah.
But he's asking good questions. We're having good conversations, and lots of the questions are about like future and life, and you know, do you want to have kids? Do you want to get married? And I'm thinking, wow, these are quite serious questions for someone
grown.
you just met.
Black canvas for real.
Yeah. So I'm feeling like, right, okay. I'm not getting any weird vibes, nothing like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, he says, let's go on a date.
How long was this from when you met?
Maybe about a week later.
Okay,
Remember,
that's good.
I got a rule.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
a week and a half. If you don't, I don't need pen pals.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So anyway, I agreed to meet him. And he says, yeah, like I'll take you out. And I gave him an address that was like 2 or 3 streets away from me. So I had to factor that in my timing, in getting ready and all that kind of stuff, because I'm always late to every single date. But I tried my best. By the time I got to him, I was hot because I had walked for about 8 minutes trying to get to the location of the pin of where I told him to meet me. That was a big mess up.
You know you live on a hill as well.
Yeah, I live on a hill as well, but I was thinking about safety and all those kind of things. Yeah. So anyway, he comes out of the car straight away and just kisses me on my mouth. Like, straight. Jump out the car, happy to see me. Mwah. And I was like,
It's every time you repeat that mwah.
mwah. And I thought, you may kiss the bride. Okay.
That is
alright.
a cheeky person.
Yeah. And when he finished, he said, yum. Sorry. So anyway, we've had the kiss. I'm still a bit perplexed by it, but I'm like, okay, cool. So anyway, we get in the car. And as we get in the car, I realize that like the engine is off. Okay. So I'm like, okay. And he says, before we go, I just want to ask you a few questions. And I was like, okay. So obviously implying that I got to get these questions right.
Yeah.
Otherwise I got to get
For
out.
the evening to proceed.
For the festivities to continue.
She'll get.
So he's like to me, do you want to get married? I'm like, yeah, I do. And basically he's also like going over questions he's already asked me. So it's to confirm that the things I was thinking 3 days ago, are they still to be true?
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. Like, yeah, that sounds good. I do want to get married, but obviously to the right person. Then he says, okay, cool. Do you want to have kids? And I said, yeah, I definitely want to have kids, you know, with the right person though, like with the right person for clarity. And then, and he says, are you looking for something serious? And I repeat the same answer. Yeah, but all depends on the right person. He liked the answers, pressed the button, the engine came on the car. I said, okay, so I guess the date can continue then.
You answered correctly.
I answered correctly. But I think at that point I should have said, I'm going to go. But anyway, I stayed. So we're in the car now. And I've personally never seen this before, but you tell me, yeah? Have you ever seen a man use an iPad and play YouTube while he's driving you somewhere?
An iPad?
It wasn't even...
As in an iPad?
It wasn't even Apple, yeah? It was Samsung.
He's an idiot.
He had a Samsung, what they call it if it's not iPad?
A tablet.
He had a Samsung tablet.
And he's using that to play tunes?
Yeah.
Don't the car have radio?
I thought the car did have radio.
What kind of car was it? Fiesta?
It was a nice car. It was a BMW sign. You know, I don't know the numbers.
And he's playing music off a tablet?
He's playing it because obviously he wants to watch the music video.
I can't lie, tablet's triggering me now.
Yeah, so...
I bought a nigga a tablet once. Jeez. Sorry, I just saw it in my chest and I just thought, tight.
I remember.
No.
Anyway, so obviously he's, you know, the track is like, he's playing kind of like Afro beats off the tablet.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, wow, this is interesting. And
Wait, quick question. Because you know I'm a visual learner.
Yeah.
You know like how you have your iPhone in the car, your phone in the car, and you stick it on that.
No. He's got, you know, the case of the tablet, not the iPad, the tablet.
Yeah.
So it opens out like a book, and then you can make that bit that opens out into like something to lean it on.
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing open up. Yeah. Serious business. And as we're driving, I see he's wearing 2 watches. So I'm like, oh, okay. One on each wrist.
Yeah.
So one here. So obviously I think I'm bare funny. So I'm like, oh, so you got 2 watches. I'm just trying to make light of it.
Yeah.
I'm laughing. He's not laughing. And he turns to me. He says, do you think that's funny?
What?
And I said, well, yeah, because then you could tell the time twice.
Wait, who said that?
Me.
Yeah.
Like, light joke, banter, ha. And I also thought he's joking. I think he's really quite good at this, like,
that's
serious.
That's actually a decent joke.
Serious banter, like, da. And I said, oh, so why do you wear 2 watches? And he says, firstly, because I want to. And I said, okay. And he said, secondly, one is for fashion and one is for business. So one is like a Swarovski satin, and one is like again to link, I guess, to connect up to his iPad, his tablet. It's a Samsung kind of worky.
One is a Swarovski.
What? Not Swarovski. I don't know. You know, I don't know the brands.
But like, it's not like it's a roll face.
It's not a
Rolly or like.
It's not
an AP.
It's just not an AP.
It's just
not
a
that I know what that
Swarovski.
looks like anyway. But no, it's none of that. It's looking like something that.
You're just wearing 2 light watches.
2 light watches.
Okay.
One is for business.
Are they matching tones?
No.
So one gold, one silver.
One is black.
That is the height of idiocy.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to speed run through this. So then anyway, we go on to the date and whatever, and we end up going to a Chinese restaurant.
Nice.
And it's so funny when guys take you to a restaurant in ends because they act like you ain't been here. Like, I live here. I also used to go to this Chinese restaurant when I was 16. Do you know what I mean? But I was humble.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
not every day you get to go out of the city. Sometimes you got to stay in South.
Literally.
So I stayed in South that day.
And it's the thought that counts, always.
So we go into the Chinese and we just have like, I'm learning that I can make any man feel like they're having the best day ever. So I'm having fun because I find this quite funny, but I'm not having a great time, but I can adjust to the man that's in front of me. So anyway, the food finally comes and I kind of let him do the ordering, whatever. Food finally comes and I was starving. So as soon as the plate hit the table, the fork went straight into my mouth.
Munch off and yam.
And he said, don't you pray before you eat.
Jeez.
And I had like rice in my mouth. So I said, yeah. I took the spoon and I just put it down. So then I said, all right, cool. Like pray for us.
Did you hold hands?
No. He started praying in his head with his eyes closed. So we're just like this. So then And then out loud he said, amen.
You said
And
amen.
I said, amen. And then began to eat. Anyway, we have nice little chat. I'm trying to think of like the main essence of the conversation. And then he said he's got some things he wants to share with me. I feel like we're having a mature conversation. It's about green flags and red flags.
Okay.
You know, I feel like I'm saying mature things. But before I get to that, word.
T. Wait, give me one more. F. This is a fake game. It's fake.
One more.
U. That's the 5th vowel. That means
You don't need to have 5 vowels in every single word.
I know that. That means the rest of those letters are consonants.
Wow, well done.
Okay. You need to think about what you just done.
Sorry.
All right, let's be
True.
kind.
It's true. But yes, words are made of vowels and consonants.
Yes, aware.
Cool. So he then says to me now that so I've said mature answers.
Yeah.
Green flags, positive communication, communication. Red flags, very insecure, blah, 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 blah. And then he says one of his red flags is girls with nose piercings.
Did you have that in your nose at the time?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he look you in your eyes and he looked at your nose?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, oh, okay. He said, but that changed when I met you last week. And I said, okay, well, I don't really think that's a red flag. I'm trying to, could you go a bit deeper?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And he said, another red flag is, girls with tattoos. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, do you have any that aren't visible? Maybe they're like under your clothes. And I said, no, I don't have any tattoos. But just for fun, I said, but I'm going to get one next week. Just...
Yeah, wind up.
Yeah. And he said, oh, that would be horrible. That would be horrid. Especially if you put it on your neck. I said, that's exactly what I'm going for.
Yeah. I'm going to get a skull.
And then he says the last one is a girl with more than 1,000 followers. And at the time, before I was hacked on Instagram, I had more than 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
I got about 100 anyway. But anyway, he said that was his third one.
Yeah.
So I said, 2 out of your 3 red flags is me. He said, yeah. I said, okay. Anyway, then the last thing he said was, what's your favourite drink? So I'm thinking, this is a nice little trivia game. I think I'm playing a nice one. I said, porn star martini. He said, no, like a bottle drink. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? As in like, yeah, like a bottle. If you could go into a shop and pick up a bottle. And I said, I don't know. Hennessy? I don't know. He said, well, let's get a bottle of Hennessy and go to my house. And I said, I need you to drop me back to my pin location of where I told you to meet me. And that was the end of that. Word.
S. Okay, vision. Yeah, man, because the man had no vision. The man had no vision.
But watch.
Oh, yeah, the watch though. You can tell the time for sure.
Yeah, but also, I think I didn't have it either. Like, I don't feel like I truly had a real sense of what I was actually looking for.
Yeah.
So it meant a interaction with someone that was somewhat interesting was enough.
Yeah.
The first time we meet, if you're just somewhat interested, that's more than enough. That's enough, and we're gonna go from there.
Yeah.
And if we talk on WhatsApp, and that's enough. And as long as you, after a week and a half of chatting, we go on a date, that's enough. If we go on a date, we have a kiss, and I didn't really ask for it, but that's enough. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was actually building a version of a man that I actually wanted.
Yeah.
I probably knew it on paper what it looked like, but I didn't know what it looked like in reality.
The boundaries in retrospect were blurred. And and the flexibility to kind of go with the flow. Yeah. And where does that come from? Like why, like, plain input, why did you go on that date? Like when, like, for example, was the chat on WhatsApp that, Because, you know, sometimes you chat to man on the WhatsApp and and it's like, what are we talking about? I'm bored out my mind. I'm bored out my skull. And like you said, yeah, we're that kind of women, respectfully, we can make a conversation with a saucepan interesting.
Yeah.
We can make a saucepan sizzle with no oil.
Period.
You know what I mean? And so it's like, was the conversation at riveting? Then when he's, you know, come and he's kissed you on your lip with no invitation from you, and you got in the car, and then when he's now giving you a Q&A like it's GCSE, do you know what I mean? Like he did at so many points. I guess in retrospect you could have left. Like you said, you went to a Chinese round the corner. You had the means to book your Uber and to say, do you know what, this is cute, but do you know what I mean? Like what's that?
I think a mixture of a lot of things, but ultimately, I do feel like people tell you have to date.
Yeah.
Like, you have to get out there. You know, people, especially like married people in relationships, they keep telling you like, you must date. If you don't date, you'll never know. You have to leave your house. So you feel like to reject a date means you're rejecting a potential person that might be
an
person.
opportunity.
So you're like, oh my gosh, if I reject this, if I don't even try the date, what about if that's meant to be my person for this period in time? Like, what about if I miss out, you know? Or I feel like you can go on this phase where you feel like ultimately a little bit lonely. You do feel like everyone is dating someone, chatting to someone, going out with someone. And because I was in a relationship for a long period of time, nearly 6 years, you get used to having a person.
Yeah.
So then when you no longer have a one person, you then start to find kind of multiple people that you might connect with.
Yeah.
And then you value that connection with that person.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you amplify it. Naturally, I'm a storyteller. Naturally, I work in art. So I naturally already start thinking, oh my gosh, if he likes film and I like film, then we're meant to be.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he watches EastEnders too. Like, I watch EastEnders Monday to Friday. Like, oh my, like, I create a vision of a man that I think I want based on these really small, minute things that I then create this whole fairy tale of.
This whole relationship.
Yeah.
That has no foundation.
None.
And it's really just idolizing connection more than we put value on boundaries, or more than we put value on what we really want. And that's what loneliness does, right?
Yeah.
Loneliness makes you do a whole heap of things you would never do. You know what I mean? I know for me, like, sometimes I'd be so lonely and I'll spend an evening with my people. So like I could be like, I could spend the evening with you and Ives after a week of not talking to us, you know, a human being on the planet. And I'll come home and I'll just feel so lifted and so happy. And that version of myself doesn't do half the crap I do when I'm lonely. Believe me, 5 days in my house, working remote, not talking to no one, potentially even feeling low on top of that. The messages I send, the conversations I hold, the boundaries I let go of. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Loneliness makes you act out.
Okay. So what do you think is the loneliest you've been?
The loneliest I've been.
Yeah.
Let me have a turn first. I need to cook on that one.
Yeah.
I need to cook. She said, what's the loneliest you felt?
Okay. Why are you thinking of word? Let's have a look at this penguin.
Yeah.
All right. Imagine you tell someone to buy penguins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Penguins are tasty.
No, they're not, Tendai.
They're like a biscuit. They're like a treat.
No, they're not.
I love a penguin.
They're not. Okay, what's a penguin's favourite film?
There's a rubber on the end of this pen and you let me just use...
I think the rubber is obvious, no?
And it's because these guys don't talk to us behind the camera. It's like they don't exist no more.
I know.
And we're all friends an hour ago.
I know. It's because we started late. All right. What's a penguin's favourite film?
Ice Age.
No, but good.
That was good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Clue.
The clue is, what is a penguin's favourite film?
Ice Age.
As in you've got it wrong and you need to try
I
again.
have to give you a different thing.
Yes, there's an answer on the back of these.
Sorry, that was my ADHD. Like, it was just like so insistent that I had to be right.
And you also need to state that is undiagnosed.
Sorry, that's undiagnosed. But it feels true. I don't know what penguin... Tell me the joke.
What's a penguin's favourite film? What are you gonna say? Ice Age again? I don't know what they want. Think of other films that include ice.
Oh, Jamaica, we got a bobsled team. That what's that film? Cool Runnings.
Good one, but no.
I don't like this game. I live in the real world. Just tell me.
The answer is Frozen.
That's a rubbish.
It is rubbish.
That's actually good, you know.
It's rubbish. But you know what's worse? The biscuit inside this wrapper.
No, that biscuit is tasty to bomba. Literally. You feel that chocolate melt in your mouth? No,
It don't even melt.
Relax and let it melt.
It don't even melt.
Just add a spit, it melts. Alright, 4 letters. Yeah, 4 letters.
A. E. I. O. U. So are you saying the rest of those gaps are consonants?
You're actually an idiot.
Alright, start your story, man.
Alright.
And I'll guess in a sec.
So the loneliest I've ever felt. The loneliest I ever felt, yeah, was so you know every time I call you and I tell you I've met someone, it's the most magical story in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
I meet people in the most magical way. Like everything is so magical, right? And so I met this geezer like in a really magical way. And we ended up getting into like a relationship of sorts for like a year and a bit, maybe coming up to a year and a half. And I genuinely thought that was the love of my life. And so I genuinely thought anything in me that wasn't quite right and didn't quite fit aesthetic, I would change. I would change the church I go to. I would change some of my aesthetics. I'll change some of my practices. I would change. I just thought this was my mate. This was my husband. So whatever needed to be done, I was going to do. And so I was extremely committed in that space with them. And the reality was, I think for a large portion of that relationship, I was doing that work by myself. And so I think the loneliest I ever felt was with my ex. I was lonely in that relationship, you know. And like at the time you don't know you're lonely because. So here's the thing: he worked around the clock. Like
we love a worker.
We love a worker. Oh, a hard-working man. A hard-working man. Jeez, sexy. But like he worked. Like sometimes I would actually add up the hours of his day, and it was 18 hours of work. And he had certain things and responsibilities that he was working towards and goals. And so on one hand, you're trying to support that, boom, boom, boom. But the man was working, and I was in a position where I had opportunities coming my way. So I worked around the clock. So physically, I'm not lonely because I'm always at work. I'm always dealing with colleagues and, you know, clients, whatever. And he's not lonely because he's literally working or he's finding, we've both got business. And then when I'm not working, I'm with my peoples. Do you know what I mean? But as it pertained to the relationship, I was extremely lonely. And there was one day where he stood me up. And this was coming towards the end of the relationship. So we've been together for a minute, right? I had this press night, like a really big deal. And I remember...
Theatre world press night is like your wedding day. Like it's the big day. After all your hard work.
It's your 30th, 40th, 50th, 60th. It's not your it's not even a small birthday. It's a big birthday. And it's the night where the critics come in and you put on your nice dress and you drink the free Prosecco and the champagne and you have a boogie. Do you know what I mean? And this was West End.
Yeah.
So it was a really big deal for me and my career. And I let him know months in advance, listen, babes, we're going to this place on this day. So the day came and I'm calling him all morning and he's not picking up. And then when he finally called me 10 minutes before the show started, before the press night officially started, he's telling me, I'm on my way to Birmingham, you know. And I'm like, okay, why? He said, I left my laptop there yesterday. And I said to him, like, you know, today is da-da-da-da. And he said, he just went silent, actually. And even his silence made me feel lonely. Because he didn't even have what was required in him to even have the conversation and face me. The fact that this man couldn't even face me and say, oh, you know what? I felt lonely in this man's silence. It wasn't just his absence that made me lonely. It was his silence. It was his inability to communicate. And I remember, bro, like you remember this, I cried. I went on the rooftop of that building in Charing Cross and I cried like somebody died. I wept. You know, in the Bible, the shortest sentence in the Bible is Jesus wept. Bro, I wept. I wept on that rooftop, man. And I wept so much. When I was done crying, I had to look at myself and take a picture and be like, damn, I needed evidence to never be such an idiot again. And because I'm still at work, I had to walk to Covent Garden Mac. And as I'm walking, I'm still bawling. The woman's fixing my makeup. I'm still crying. And she said to me, who's ever made you feel like this? Who's ever made you feel so alone that you got to cry like this and come here like this? They don't deserve you. And I should have gone home that night and dumped him, but I didn't. I stayed with him for probably another 10 days. And the reason that I didn't dump him was because I was so scared of being alone. But in retrospect, I was already alone and I was already lonely. Because anyone that treats you like that consistently for months on end has already left you. And you were doing this thing alone. And so, yeah, I think the loneliest I ever felt was in my last relationship. And I think the only kind of solace I get from that is now that I actually am alone and not in a relationship, I feel less lonely. You know what I mean? Letters.
T.
You're an idiot. And I don't want to play this game with you no more.
You picked a very simple word. And last one,
Time. Time. Because I was so scared that if I didn't make it work with this man, I would run out of time and I wouldn't get my dream life. I wouldn't be able to get married. I wouldn't have my children. I'd end up like a spinster with Kat alone.
Yeah.
I was so scared to get to my early 30s and be alone. And I was so scared to do it without him on top of that. And so I was scared of time.
And I actually think that's also what the tears were about.
Yeah.
You were weeping for the future that you had envisioned with this man that you felt like was gone.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just, I'm just crying because he's not here right now. I'm crying because he's potentially not my person and I'm wasting my time. But he could still be my person. Like, it's the doubt of it. He still could be. It still creeps in.
Oh, yeah.
But I think when I think about you weeping and I think about you walking by yourself in like Covent Garden, because I remember you didn't tell me until way after it happened. You didn't tell me that same day. And
because I was disgraced.
So I know that also as well, it's that thing of sometimes you can't help but be embarrassed. Like you feel this really like, I'm so dumb. And I actually think, no, you weren't. You weren't dumb at all. You were trying to make something work that you thought could work. You were trying to be happy. You're trying to be your best. And you weren't dumb. And like, that's something you have to shake off. You're never dumb. You fall in love with a man, it doesn't work, you're not dumb.
Yeah.
You know.
You tried
and it didn't work and there will be someone else for you. But she was right.
Yeah.
There's something that you just can't come back from.
Yeah.
And I don't think you come back from that.
You don't?
He was too careless with you. He didn't treat you fragile enough.
Oh my God, that's a good word, careless.
He treated you like you were strong. So if I don't come today, she's going to be all right.
She ain't going to break.
What?
She made a
I'm
spoon.
sure if... What's the name of this episode? What's the name of this episode?
Jonathan Majors?
I'm sure Jonathan Majors, whoever the guy is to look back at this, he'd be shocked to know that you cried that much that day. I don't think he has any clue that you were that devastated. And that's part of the problem.
But do you know why I might disagree with you? I think he does know. I think he doesn't care because he didn't have it in him to care. Because it ain't like I went home that night and said, it's okay. I went home and I said, I cried, you know. And then he said to me, and I said, like, why did you do it? And he said, I don't know. But it's nothing you did because you told me 6 times.
Oh, God.
I think sometimes we're so good at making because we're lover girls. We're so good at like making up. Oh, they didn't mean to do that.
Oh, they did.
They didn't mean to da. He didn't mean to just kiss me on my lip on a random. He didn't mean to like tell me he's got 2 watches and look. He meant every word.
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors and meant every word, bro. We're dealing with paid actors here, sis.
Yeah.
These men are acting.
Actors.
They're playing a part. Do you get me? And where they're playing like save me. Nah, man, come at the picture, come at the screen. You know what I mean? And like now I look back at that, he knew everything he done to me, and that's why me. I tell you my business. When he locked it, not even me. When he locked it because he was tired of taking me for an idiot. Like he was like, I've been taking you for a dummy for so long. This is boring for me.
Jeez.
I'm not even getting no gratification from this. Stand up.
And you stood up eventually. Eventually, yeah.
When my eyesight came back to me, I went to go follow the cross and touch the hem of Jesus' garment. I said, no way.
Yeah, take me to the king.
Take me. Nah, man. I was just, I don't know. But I think loneliness and the fear and the time thing all just goes back to fear. Like we're so scared. It's FOMO, innit? We're scared we're going to miss out if we don't go on the date. We're scared we're going to miss out if we don't try hard in the relationship.
Yeah.
We're scared we're going to miss out if we don't go to that day party. Half these day parties are so boring these days, but we're going because we are hungry to meet someone who will do something somewhere in... I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like over spiritualize and make these things complex, but I just think we're all scared and we're all really lonely.
And we all wish we had more
time.
Let's cheers to our Jonathan Majors, mate.
Kiss my black ass.
Reap it and weep.
A weep. Boy.